What do you want with me?
There is a cluster of Christmas media all over, from live action, cartoons, books, and video games. But strangely enough, there isn't much lost Christmas media. Today's countdown will be the top 7 partial lost and unproduced Christmas media. A video like this goes great with eggnog, cookies, and pretty much any other Christmas treat you can find. Let's begin. When it comes to lost media and creepypastas, SpongeBob tends to be a popular topic for that. There are some people who claim that SpongeBob has a large amount of deleted scenes. So far, Just One Bite is the only one with actual clips proving that the cartoon does have deleted scenes. For this list, we'll talk about Christmas Who. 4 scenes were deleted. They can all be found on the Christmas DVD and the special features on the Christmas Who storyboard. Squidward, as Santa Claus, gave the first girl an antique of himself instead of a wrench. While waiting in line for Santa as Squidward, Mr. Krabs had a deleted line in this episode. He said, "And don't forget me pony." This was cut for unknown reasons. After Squidward gives the first girl the gift, SpongeBob says, "I told you he was real," enthusiastically. When they sing, "The Christmas feels like the very first Christmas to me," a set of Plankton and Mr. Krabs together, 2 Bikini Bottomites sing together.
White Christmas, the classic Christmas song written by professional songwriter Irving Berlin and originally performed by legendary singer Bing Crosby, was first released on record in 1942. However, the first time it was performed publicly was on December 25th, 1941, Christmas Day, as part of the Kraft Music Hall, Bing Crosby's NBC radio show at the time. The song and possibly more of even the entire episode was simultaneously recorded as it was being broadcast. The recording was never publicly released, however, and fell into the hands of Bing Crosby's estate.
And now a page from our Sunday morning almanac. December 25th, 1941, 70 years ago today. Day 1 for a Christmas classic. Listen closely. Time has taken its toll. What you're hearing is Bing Crosby's radio show, and he's singing a new song from the pen of Irving Berlin.
Exactly 70 years later, on December 25th, 2011, the record was loaned to CBS News Sunday Morning, which was doing a Christmas morning special. Part of the special celebrated the 70th anniversary of the song. Looking at Crosby's many performances of it in various different media, other artists who covered it, and the impact it made on the modern Christmas culture. A brief, low-quality fragment of the 1941 recording was played, with some narration playing over it. The original broadcast version of the song in its entirety had never been released or played publicly since its premiere.
Cranberry Christmas is a 2008 animated Christmas special based on a 1976 children's book of the same name by Wendy and Harvey Devlin. Originally aired as a part of ABC Family's 25 Days of Christmas on December 8th. It was the first and only television special produced by Ocean Spray Cranberry Company, and it was aired commercial-free. The plot revolves around a frozen cranberry bog that children in a small town skate on during the winter. A man named Cyrus Grape claims ownership of the cranberry bog and won't let the neighborhood children ice skate on it. A young girl named Maggie finds the documents and needs to disprove his claim. The special ends with the kids being allowed to skate on the bog again.
Ocean Spray was looking to become a greater part of the family holiday tradition, and not just at the dinner table. So Arnold created and produced an original animated Christmas special called Cranberry Christmas, based on a beloved children's book of the same name. The special, which included an original song created by Barry Manilow, received critical acclaim.
Now, why don't each of you enjoy a cranberry cookie?
Don't mind if I do.
I hate cookies!
such as being
Despite Cranberry Christmas airing a few times on ABC Family's 2008 run of the 25 Days of Christmas lineup, it hasn't been aired again for years and hasn't been released on a home video format. All that is known to exist online in the film is ABC Family's trailer for the special and a 1.5-minute clip of the special. The Nightmare Before Christmas is a 1993 stop-motion film directed by Henry Selick, produced by Tim Burton and Denise Deneuve, and written by Carolyn Thompson and Michael McDowell. It was released by Walt Disney Pictures under the Touchstone Pictures banner. The movie originally had Vincent Price as the voice of Santa Claus, but due to his health declining after his wife's death, his voice became frail and weak, and his recordings were deemed unusable, leading to the role being recast, much to Selick's regret. Price's voice work has not been publicly released, and it's unknown if either Selick or Disney even still have the recording. Looney Tunes has gone through its golden age, its dark age, and its meh age, which is now. Looney Tunes has also had its share of Bugs Bunny cartoons that are very controversial, but this won't be about those. On December 24th, 1997, a Bugs Bunny TV special was released in the French TV channel known as France 2, that goes by the name of Operation Bugs Bunny, which was directed by Michael Hassan. This plot is about Santa Claus being depressed and he refuses to give gifts like he usually does. But then Bugs Bunny tries to cheer him up by getting Santa back to work and shows him his old shorts. This live action / animated special had some celebrities. The starring roles aside from Bugs Bunny is a late actor Michael Galabru who plays Santa Claus, and Portuguese-Belgian singer Leo is credited as Bugs Bunny's girlfriend. The special seems to have only aired once, and there is no easily accessible footage to this day. There seems the footage used to be on the video sharing website called Wat.tv. However, Wat.tv has been bought by TF1, and its videos are no longer available. Only 2 screen caps from the TV special remain to this day, including the title screen and a screenshot of the special found on Michael Hassan's website. Tin Toy Christmas was a canceled Christmas special that was being made by Pixar. The film was supposed to be proof that Pixar was capable of making a feature-length film. However, it was canceled after Pixar was given the opportunity to actually make one. The unmade special would have featured Tinny the Tin Toy from Pixar's Academy Award-winning short film, Tin Toy. During the early 90s, Pixar was on the verge of bankruptcy due to them making short films on their Pixar image computers rather than making sales with them. They decided to drop the software selling business entirely and go on being an animation company, which was better financially. During that time, they went to make television commercials and would expand on creating a half-hour special, A Tin Toy Christmas. And following the completion of that project, would start a feature-length film which would soon become Toy Story. During early production of A Tin Toy Christmas, former Walt Disney Studios president Peter Schneider tried to hire Pixar animator John Lasseter in an effort to bring him back to Disney. But Lasseter decided to stay with Pixar to help it get out of its financial struggle. Schneider then called Pixar Vice President Ed Catmull and said that he would like him and Pixar to make a feature-length film. At first, Catmull said that they should try doing the special first, but Schneider said that if they could do a half-hour special. Then they could do a 90-minute film. As a result, A Tin Toy Christmas was canceled, and Pixar's work effort shifted to Toy Story. The idea of a diminutive toy going on an adventure along with a ventriloquist dummy also served as the original plot of Toy Story's first drafts. characters that would become Buzz Lightyear and Woody.
Frank Capra's 1947 film, It's a Wonderful Life, tells the story of everyman George Bailey, who struggles against every sort of bad luck to make things better for his family and his whole hometown. Often sacrificing his own dreams for their good, but growing frustrated and despondent that he is doing any good at all. The famous climax, where an oddball apprentice angel shows him terrible lives of those around him if he had never been born, but leads to the finale where he reclaims his life, despite his problems with it, and finds that good he has done. It is also appreciated by those who had helped. The last scene, the town's coming to George's rescue in a big way, but it wasn't always the very last scene. Unlike his more heroic surname namesakes, Harry and Sherman, Henry Potter is what the lead angel calls him in the intro. A greedy, grasping old sinner. One even pre-reformed Scrooge might dislike for his ostentatiousness and self-indulgence. Throughout the film, he schemes and very nearly succeeds in taking over the one thing in a town he doesn't own. The Bailey Savings and Loan, run by George's family. Run to help citizens of Bedford Falls has a chance of home ownership and betterment. In fact, the other world George enters shows that George was the only thing stopping this takeover from happening. Potter's film may seem livelier and have more entertainment, but Potter's total grasp means most everyone leads a life of quiet misery, with no hope of doing better for themselves or their children. In the main universe, Potter's slimmest moment comes out when George's forgetful uncle leaves a deposit at the bank on the counter, only to have Potter seize it. George's S&L is now short of a required deposit, and the bank examiner visits will likely see him imprisoned, leading him to despair and the ultimate rescue by the townspeople, with no further mention of the lost money. It seems Mr. Potter goes down as one of the film's greatest karma howdiness, though one could argue that the rotting of his plans and the implied growing loss of his cheap rundown rental income is enough. Film audiences had often wished that some of the matter of competence had been made. One ending had George Bailey falling to his knees and reciting the Lord's Prayer, but Capra felt that any religious expression was best kept subtle, widening the appeal of the story's message. One that was apparently brought grim justice to Mr. Potter, taking a shape when he kneeled over for a heart failure while counting his stolen money. Capra felt that it was too mean-spirited, and that Potter's defeat, if not already achieved, was now inevitable as the town slipped out of his grasp. Age made him even more infirm, especially George's renewed spirit. While Capra typically did not keep unused or discharged footage or such, it remains possible that the ending exists somewhere, although, in complete form, it may merely be as a brief, not fully realized scene. Saturday Night Live reenacted of what the ending might have looked like, but in a more joking fashion.
I want the money, I want a piece of you, Potter! Want it on the pound, the whole world revolves around you and your money! Well, it doesn't, Mr. Potter, and the whole back configuration of things are nothing but a scurvy little...
Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. This will be the last video I will be releasing this year. That's a countdown. I might have one more video, but it won't be a countdown. In the meanwhile, you know, until the next year comes, when the next countdown video comes out, watch some other videos, you know, when you have the time. And while you do that, and wait till next year, I'll be looking at a mysterious note that I'll be showing to you guys in the next video. Subscribe and click the bell button so you don't miss my videos when they are first uploaded. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you. Thank you for your support.